All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Indianapolis Colts and our home team. Now the elder statesman of the NFL, Adam Vinatieri, set to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California.
We play to win. Let's go! Minus 180. Check tight, check tight, check tight.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. This Week 1 matchup between the Colts and the Chargers, there are a couple of ties between the two franchises. Of course, Colts head coach Frank Reich, he spent 2 seasons as the Chargers offensive coordinator in 2014 and 15. Then he would have 2 years as the Eagles OC before coming to Indianapolis. But also, Colts fans, they do not have good memories of the 2007 and 2008 seasons, both times losing to the Chargers in the playoffs when they felt like they had a team that could have gone to the Super Bowl. On second down, Eckler. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And down inside the 15 he goes. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jerry Tillery in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not a good return here. He is brought down at the 7-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Ready! 390! Walk 54, walk 54. Let's go, let's go!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Cluster. Mike 54. Mike 50.
Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Rivers, he leaves to Eckler on the draw. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Draw play, it's Eckler. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw is Rivers. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson looking for Campbell downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
We're certainly not going to see a better punt than that. Definitely taking a chance, because if that thing clips the pylon, it comes out to the 20, but instead, it goes out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Out of his end zone, Rivers, complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry.
49, check 49, check 49.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers, and he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming.
On the ground with a tight end. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
I'm going back to you. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers, complete. It's Henry. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the 1st down marker was and getting there.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Alpha! Hey, ready?
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On the end around, here comes Williams. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Rivers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Indianapolis.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. On second and 15 now. Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this? The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. The sack by Marcus Hunt. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Rivers now. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time. And it'll bring up third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Pulled in at the 24. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
It's caught inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. How about the rookie in his NFL debut? Looking sharp. It's 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target. And now it's 2nd down. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
We got this.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain...
Touchdown, Indianapolis! Nyheim Hines, 75 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Once more, here's Eckler. And an alley to run. run. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready! Block the team! You must be dreaming. Keep it skinny. Bang, bang! Bang, bang! Hey, Delta! Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. White, 89!
Rivers on first down. Got his man. It's Williams. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
A gain of 17 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. On the ground, it's Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Hey, son, 180. Mike 54. Mike 54. Bring it. Shift. 12. 54 is Mike.
They go play action. Rivers. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now it's Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes.
And the pressure gets to him again. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. And fighting down inside the 25. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen taking it in as his guys are back within a single score.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. This is Hines. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The run defense, they have been porous at times today, but not that last go-around.
No, they really tightened it up, didn't they? They finally got themselves a win because all game long we've seen them get gashed. This time they played the responsibilities, played their keys, and made a nice stop.
Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. He's got it to Hilton. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 48 yards. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Phillip Rivers, no stranger to 4th-quarter comebacks. He's led the Chargers back to victory 26 times coming into this year. But work to do here if he wants to add another notch to the belt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Rivers now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Rivers. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's get the ball.
Again, it's Rivers, able to shake him off. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Jackson, options out left. They begin the drive with Hines. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Jackson, options out left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Margus Hunt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers. And some room to work. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Chargers take over.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now Rivers, buying time to his left. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll indeed take a knee. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game, so he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They run again with Hines. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
6 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So out comes the field goal team once more. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And after the made field goal, here's Adam Vinatieri to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again. Rivers. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. They'll throw again. Rivers. He's going to let it fly. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
0.
Fourth down, Rivers. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. On first down, Hines. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road, week 1. You're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest. And now look at him go. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Indianapolis, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.